Alright, the day's finally come. I know I said that I was probably going to do this in a couple weeks, ended up being a couple months. Well, you know, that's just kind of how life works. So this front tire is finally at a point where I feel like replacing it. It has at this point just shy of 4,000 miles on it. I'd say, honestly, probably 50-50 in terms of miles on road and on gravel and dirt. I'm not too heavy of a front brake user. I tend to just engine brake to slow down a majority of the time, and then just that last little bit before you get to a stop is when I'll use the front brake. Usually that's kind of how I go. So you can see the cupping on it. The leading edge of the tread still has, you know, a good amount of tread on it. The back edge, you know, not very much. Let me get my tread gauge real quick. So the front edge, the leading edge of the tread block has right around about 9/30 seconds, 9/30 seconds of tread, and then the back about 4. When this tire was brand new, I don't know exactly how much tread it had on it because I didn't measure it, but if I'm going to try one of just these, you know, very outer blocks, because it'll be pretty close to that. When it was new, it had right around 12 to 13 30 seconds. So this tire is, you know, it's had its run. It's time to take it off. And so I have not yet said what tire I'm replacing it with, so I will tell you now. Here's my replacement tire. This is the Perrelli MT-16, also known as the Garacross MT-16. Why am I going with this tire? Well, I looked at my tire options, and because I just want to try something that's quite a bit different from the D Sport, because the D Sport has a very directional tread pattern, the MT-16 has a very non-directional tread pattern. It's a little more symmetric. That was the #1 thing I wanted to try, is a different style of tread pattern. This tire also has smaller blocks that are further apart. I imagine this tire is going to be much worse on the road compared to the D Sport. That's just a guess. But I don't really push this bike hard on the street, really at all. I push a little harder on gravel and sand and other stuff. That's where I'm hoping this tire might be a little better. It's also very cheap compared to the other tires, so it's worth, you know, taking a stab at, even if it doesn't quite work out. And that's kind of the reason why I went with this. It's not as common, I don't see a lot of people using it, and that makes me want to try it. So it just came on some tar. Now I've got some gravel, and I can say, wow, what a difference. Now keep in mind that I'm comparing very used tires to brand new tires. But even so, I remember when those Tusk D Sports are brand new, they didn't feel anywhere near this good. These tires are much smoother, they're way better balanced, and the grip on this gravel over here, it's not even close. Like, it feels like I'm on tar by comparison. So I'm going to keep riding around for a little bit, and I'll continue my thoughts. And away we go. So I'm starting out at 30 psi on this tire. It's on the higher end, but I feel like that's a safe place to start. And as I said, this tire already feels so much nicer than that D Sport. I don't mean to keep calling the D Sport trash, because it's not a bad tire. It's a really good tire. But you have to understand what its purpose is. It's supposed to be, first off, inexpensive, long-lasting, and performance comes third or fourth on the list. This tire, I have absolutely no clue. I did, as I said, some research into it, but honestly, it has the tread pattern that I wanted, it came in the size that I wanted, the price was reasonable, and no one else has said anything about it. And like I said, that kind of made me want to buy it, just because no one said anything. You know, it's not a popular tire. So, going in a straight line, this tire feels very smooth. Again, we're talking 30 psi here. No noticeable road noise right off the bat. The braking performance is really good. It just turns in, it doesn't fight, it'll lean and lean and lean. Doesn't feel like you're gonna slide right off the road. Kind of like the D Sport always made me feel. Alright, I'll pick up a little speed here and we'll try some braking. And here we go. Okay. I'd say that was probably 50%, you know, braking, 50% braking force. You know, kind of at the limit of where I feel comfortable just doing, you know, stopping for the sake of stopping. If I had to brake faster for an obstacle, you know, I could have braked harder there. But even so, that's pretty good. Doesn't fight, doesn't squirm around. Kind of wish I would have changed this tire a little bit sooner now that I'm on this thing. But that's okay. This road, it actually goes to a minimum maintenance road. If not, it's already sort of a minimum maintenance road. But it's a real minimum maintenance road. It's actually made of dirt and has puddles and things that resemble jumps. All the other minimum maintenance roads around here are just normal gravel roads that they don't plow in the winter. As you can see, it's a lot sandier. Occasionally has some bigger rocks. Got some puddles. So when it's drier out where those puddles are, don't make half bad jumps.
handles these potholes really well. So the other thing that the Tusk D Sport did really well is handle puncture risks, because there's a lot of stuff I ran over with that tire that maybe could or should have given me a flat, and I never got a flat. This tire, it's a lot thinner, it's a lot softer. I think my probability of a pinch flat is significantly higher. My probability of a flat from a puncture, significantly higher. And my probability of a flat, because, you know, if I air down a little bit for more traction, just all the things that come along with that. Yeah, I just feel like it's a much higher risk for all that. But, I mean, the performance that I'm getting here is really good. I did weigh these tires. And not today, when I replaced it. It was about a month ago. So, I'm going off memory here. And this tire is about half a pound lighter than the D Sport, which isn't a ton, but it's something. You know, you can call that about 500 kilograms. Sorry, 500 grams. And we'll turn around. Alright. I'm gonna keep riding again. I'll be out here for another probably a couple hours. And then once I'm done, I will tune back in and let you know what I think after a few more hours of riding around on different roads.
So this is how the tire looks after about a 30-mile ride. My thoughts on it, you know, this is all at 30 psi. I haven't lowered the pressure for better off-road handling, but it handles very well on-road and off-road. It's very smooth. The balance on it is pretty much perfect. I don't think I need to touch balance. And then the way that it handles off-road, it's very grippy when you're not asking very much. As soon as you start asking for some grip, it holds really well until you've asked for just a little bit too much, and then it's really snappy. So it kind of has a lot of, just tons and tons of grip right up until it doesn't, which is very unlike how the Tusk D Sport was, which was not very much grip no matter what, but it always was consistent with how much grip it had. It had a much smoother roll off from holding to not holding. This tire, a little more snappy. So I'm going to continue riding it. This is actually, you know, this is a much softer tire, so I don't think it's going to last anywhere near as long. But, you know, we don't buy these tires for them to last forever. I'll keep some updates going on this tire as I use it, just simply because it's not that popular, so I'll put something out there. Because I've only seen a couple of videos on this tire so far. Well, until next time, see you.